social and religious reform movements. So here in this today's class, we will be going to have a look on the different types of women social reformers who have been came courageously, bravely, and fought against with all the odd things, getting the opposition from the other society members and the upper classes people. So all the restrictions, oppositions from all the surrounding people, all they have been fought out with that the oppositions out. In that regard, in the previous class, we have been saw about the women social reformers and different types of. But till now, we were been about the men who were started supporting the women, women education, women's right. All the men part we have been saw. And at the same time, we also been discussing in the yesterday's class about the women social reformers who for these reforms need to be get made the changes. In that regard, we have been saw about the Savitri Bai Jyotirao Phule. She was being first headmistress of the school girls education that were untouchables in Maharashtra Pune. She had been worked along with her husband, and at the same time she had been took over the Satya Sodhan Samaj, which was being running by her husband. And at the same time, we also saw about different kinds of restrictions which has been made on the girls and the women, like child marriages, then widow, how the widows have been get treated, Sati system, no poverty right, no education, all these have been saw. So in this regard, many social reformers, especially the men who came forward, have been doing this all sort of working to get the women's right. In between of all this one, not only in the Hinduism and in the Islam also, different social reformers in the country and in our Deccan part, in the South India also. So all the social reformers basically, they were highlighting the problems which the women are being facing up. So in today's class, we will be going to have a look on the second women social reformers. Already I have been given out the glimpse like who was she, what was being her work, how she used to work. But in detail today, we will be going to go with that. Women reformers. Women reformers, in that the second one, Pandita Ramabai Saraswati. So her year is from 1858 to 1922. So in the year she has been born of the year 1858 and she has been died in the year 1922. Ramabai was born in Maharashtra and her father educated her in Sanskrit scriptures despite orthodox opposition. After the death of her father, Ramabai and her brother wandered all over India, including Kolkata in Bengal. So here she has been of she is been of native of Maharashtra. She was being get educated by her father. Educated by her father. And she has been well known she has been educated in Sanskrit. Education in Sanskrit. So she belongs to Maharashtra state, and to whom how she got the education, all this part governments. Her father has been taught her, educated her, and especially in the Sanskrit language. And when her father has been expired, she and along with her brother, she started wandering to all the complete country and imparting the education along with her brother. And she has been came towards the Kolkata and that too in Bengal also, because Maharashtra and Bengal the opposite directions are. So and what she has been done, she came to be known as Pandita Ramabai Saraswati in revolting against men, and that is a sin. In fact, the biggest sin is to endure the ill deeds, not oppose it. So according to Ramabai Saraswati, what she has been witnessed, what she has been seeing are the men used to behave and basically they treat women like an animal for them. Basically, a woman is for the men is like an animal. They behave like an treat, behave to the woman as a part of the like how the animals towards animals the people will behave. In this regard, she was the woman are being behaved. So, if we want the women want to improve their situation or not to behave or not to get treated or behave by the men in that manner. So, if they have been making any changes out, if they are being trying to improve their situation. Now they are saying they are been going to say that they have been going against the men against the men. At the same time, it has been like completely sin what the wrong you have been doing also. In this regard, they were being disrespected, and what according to her, what she has been saying is the biggest sin is that how you have been treating the woman at the same time opposing them. So according to this Ramabai, this is what she means about the situations, the treatment of the woman, how they used to treat and behave by the men to the woman. Ramabai devoted her entire life to helping women, especially widows. She traveled alone to England and America to learn about women's organizations. So here, what she wanted to be done here, this Pandita and this completely this area, she has been helping especially towards the women. So here, especially to the women aspect, and in that woman also, especially she has been giving importance to the widowers. Like already in the previous class I have been discussed how the widows they were used to treat them. They need to shave off their hair, wear the white sari, and they should not participate in any religious activities nor any occasions, celebrations. They need to cover their face. All this such kind of the inhumane type of treatment the widows have been giving us. And one more thing about this social reformer. She had been traveled alone to the England and the America, completely eastern parts of the country. She has been traveled alone there, and at the same time she has been learned about the women's organization. There also there have been different kinds of women organizations have been there. So she went alone. That is a very big this issue where a single woman has been went to the other country, and that too being about the woman. So on her return to India, she started an ashram and a school known as Sharada Sadan in Mumbai to educate widows. So when she came back, she went to England. This basically traveled alone. England and America. So basically this is of USA and this is of UK. She has been traveled. So after when she has been returned to India, she started after return to India, she has been started an ashram. Started ashram. So what is an ashram name here? Means the ashram it is been known as Sharda Sadan. So this is what the ashram, the organization, she has been set up. The Sharda Sadan, in that one, she is been educating women, widows. Educating women, especially here widows. And then next, women were taught many kinds of skills and vocation at this school so that they could stand on their own feet. So not only education, skills, that too vocation. Like any if one is very good at embroidery, if the one is very good at stitching the clothes, one is very good at different kinds of skills what they are having. So they are enlightening, highlighting the women, and at the same time they were teaching the skills and vocation so that after learning, after completing of the particular skills or vocation they can able to stand on their own and they can earn their livelihood. It also provided housing, education, vocational training, medical services for many needy groups including women, orphans and the blind. So here not only we have getting to know that education part, skills part, and at the same time this ashram is also giving the medical help or medical assistance when it is being get required, medical services we can say. And to whom they have been giving this all this first is already for the widow, then at the same time it is also been given to the orphans means whose parents have been expired and blind. Here especially this ashram where she has been started is Sharda Southern. It is been known as, and here she is educating the widows, educating the orphans, educating the blind people, not only of education, providing the medical services, and at the same time, especially to the widows, for the women, the skill development programs, the vocational programs where they can stand, they can learn and they can have their own skill with that they can able to survive in the society. In this regard, she often said that the women bear everything silently because they need to have to depend on men. Unless they become self-supporting, they cannot assert their right. So according to her, this woman social reformer, she had been believed. She has been said that women is been bear all this torture, this from the family, by the family basically. For what reason? Because she is not completely independent. She needs to depend on the male family member of, like to get some amount of money or to reside in a house. All this one for what reason? Because she has been not encouraged for her education and she has been not been getting to know the skills or the program. Okay, this vocational courses she has been not aware about all this one. She doesn't know so. All why? Because she has been not earning at the same time. She is not self-dependent. Once if you have been self-dependent on whatever the work you are doing, I am not saying about the completely the high quality the type of work or the least good quality. Here the quality is been not different, the high or the low, but the thing is what kind of work you are doing, that is important, and from that work you have been getting the wages, salary or with the money, basically you have been getting the earning. With that money you will be having the confidence and the self-supporting. You will be have your self-dependent, you have been completely depend on yourself with your money, with your earning. So in this regard to this Sarah, what she has been saying, if once the woman is self-supporting, self-stand on her feet, then she need not depend on the family members. That is what her main aim was. So silently she will be, instead of suffering, she will be getting to know her confidence and she will be getting to earning, she will be earning, she can move on. So all this sort of thing, only for what reason? According to here, but only when women will become self-supporting and they cannot assert their rights also. So overall this this Saraswati has been said about the ashram. In that ashram, this she is educating, she has been providing the skills, vocational training, medical services, all to the widowers, all to the orphan children, all to the this blind people. So what is her aim is she wants the woman to be self-supporting, not to be dependent on the any male family member. Now next coming to here about the educating in the woman aspect, but in Muslims, in Islam religion, to the till now about the Hinduism religion we haven't discussed. Now in the part of Muslims are. In the Muslims also, Islam, already we have been said about the orthodoxy existing out, then giving, imparting education, taking care. It is not up to the Islamic manner, in the Islamic tenets, basics, so all this one they were facing. Now, here regarding the social reformers for the part of the Muslims now, what they did, how they did, in the Muslims also we will be going to have in one. Till now we haven't yet discussed about the Hinduism. In Hinduism, women social reformers we have been discussed. The one is about Jyotirao Phule and other is of Ramabai Saraswati. Muslim women. So in now education in the Muslims part, who were the women are. From the early 19th century, sorry 20th century, Muslim women like the Begums of Bhopal played a notable role in promoting education among women. So here in this aspect of the women, we do have the different country in different states, the different rulers they were existing up. Like Deccan part, we have the Nizams. Then the central part of India, we do have the Nawabs, and South India, we do have the Nizams, which is related with the Nawabs, kings. In the northern parts of Jammu and Kashmir, all this part, the Mughal Empire, Mughal dynasty was been existing. So basically, from these all the royal families, the woman has been came forward to start to the supporting towards the women's their rights. So here, this was been get started or begins from the not exactly begins we can say, but here we can say in the from 20th century it begins up. All this has been highlighted about the women education, and so who are the women, Muslims women who have been done here? The Begums of Bhopal. Means basically here we will be going to know about the royal family women. Royal family women. So out of that one, there was this one Begums of Bhopal that has been started playing an important role for promoting the women's education. Another remarkable woman was Begum Ruqayya Shakawat Hussain, started the schools for Muslims in Patna and Calcutta. So next Muslim woman who was being once, she was about the Begum Ruqayya. Begum Ruqayya Shakawat Hussain. She is one more woman Muslim ruler, and what she has been done is she had been started schools. She started the schools and basically in Patna and Calcutta. This woman social reformer Begum Ruqayya Shakawat Hussain, she started out the Muslims girls education, a school she had been set up in Patna and Calcutta. She was fearless critic of conservative ideas, arguing that the religious leaders of every faith accorded an inferior place to women. She has this Shakawat Hussain. She has been completely, very fearlessly, she has been started criticizing, making it critic. Critic means giving the opinion in the what is being related to the reality. She is very, very fearless. Whatever she has been seeing, she has been happy. But plus, she has been clearly criticizing this about the problems what the girls and the women have been facing up. So this she had the critics of conservative ideas. And then after that one, she started arguing the other religious leaders, other the superior leaders about of every faith, of every religion. She has been criticizing. She has been towards the arguing that the women they also been have the same right as that of the men. Want the education, want the equality in the society. In that way, she has been started supporting towards the women. As a result of the efforts of these social reformers, schools and colleges were opened for the girls. Many of them even became doctors and teachers. However, there were many people who strongly resisted these efforts to spread education among girls. They felt that if the girls became educated, they would not remain under the control of their husbands and would not do household duties. Parents who were courageous enough to send their daughters to school were socially boycotted. Nevertheless, many families began opting for social change, and slowly girls began to study in schools and colleges. So here, after these types of, not only in the Hinduism, in the Islam also, these type of social reform they were being sending their girls to the schools and to the colleges. And one more thing what happened here is the even like we say, if anything is been get started, it will have the positive impact, it also have the negative impact. So negative impact here, according to the society people, what they have been thinking is, if the girls have been sending to the schools or to the colleges, after marriage, these girls would not be in the control of husband, or they won't listen to the husband's words. Secondly, if they have been educated, they won't do the household duties. The mentality, the thinking of the people, the society, that if the girl is being get educated, she won't be in control of husband or in-laws, she won't do the household works. So this is what they doesn't want, the equality, or we can say the women, they want to be the inferior, means below to the men, not coming a part of equality. So to control this one, what these people they did out is, the families, the people who have been sending their girls for the school or sending their girls by getting the sort of courage, they were started sending, they were getting education. So to that families, they started boycotting from the place where they are living, and at the same time they were completely witness of the boycotting from the society, from the village. They were being like boycotted means they were not all the people will go talk with them, they won't provide any basic necessities. All this boycotting problem that they have been started giving to the families who are sending their daughters to the school. But nevertheless, they do not mind all this boycotting, because they want the social change in the society, and at the same time they want the girls also to be get educated, what is their rights, how they can survive. So all this slowly one after the other, this social change has been begun, and the girls they were starting to get their right to education, right to freedom, and whichever so at least the basic thing is they started getting the basic learning education part. So here we will be going to have the 4 inbox questions. So what are those 4 inbox questions is, do you think equal importance is given to the education of girls today, or still the girls face discrimination? It is about the presently. Do the girls will have the equal importance of education, or be not? So we can say out clearly, in some families presently in today's life also, in some places they have been getting equality of education, like how the boys have been getting, the girls have been also been getting education too, by different modes of education aspect, learning aspect, but still in some interior parts or towards some class of family only, they are being going to educate up to the 8th standard, or the basic things, still the girls are been lagging behind to get the equal opportunity for the learning, in spite of government is providing the RTE Act, that is Right to Education Act, what we have discussed in the earlier class. So still also in some places, in some countries throughout the world, still the girls have been not been getting their education right. Second question, what problems do girls face in getting educated which boys do not face? So in order to get the education, what problems the girls have been going to face? Well, the very first thing is the restriction from the family, from the society. Even though after if they have been getting enrolled in the school also, up to the 8th standard elementary school, they will be going to get study. After that, they'll be even though if they have been studying also, they need to go with the household work. They need to take care about the siblings. Then if suppose they have been went to the college also, in the college also they will make the discrimination that girls means they need to choose this particular subject which will be get useful. Boys means any other subject which they want, they can choose that one, because very rarely they can opt for medical field or to the other field where they are being going to get work. So all these such kind of problems the girls do face out when being to get educated. Third question, to what extent the treatment of the widows changed today? So in today's scenario, in today's world presently, how the widows have been get treated? Widows means the woman's husband who has been died or expired. So we do find out in some places in the country they were not treated equally. happening out in the family. Last question here. Do Dalit girls and Muslim days face special problem in educating even today? So even in today's life, what you have been going to get the problems for the Dalit girls and the Muslim women education, like where it has been going, how it has been going, which restrictions, what the caste system that is in the Muslims, the further system existing or the faraway places, whether it's a co-education. So all these are being still the girls with the Dalit system and with the Muslims, they have been facing out in the country here. So here this in today's class we have been saw about the women social reformers. Then next we have been saw about the different kinds of the reformers. Even the men and the women, they have been came together to support for the women and the girls to abolish all this sort of the faces, the problems they have been facing, like child marriage, age, minimum age for the marriage, then education, poverty right, setting up the schools and colleges. All these they have came together and slowly this social change in the society has been happened up. So in next tomorrow's class we will be going to have the social reformers again, and that too in the caste system. Till now we have been saw about the women social reformers by the men and the women, how it has been happening. Now going to the social reformers into the Dalit caste system. Caste system where we already know that in the society has been classified into 4 different aspects. Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras, and in that also superior class and inferior class. Superior class means the royal families, the soldiers, the traders, and the inferior means very low, the untouchables, they are the social workers, those will be doing. So in that regard, we will be going to have a look on the different social reformers who have been struggled, who have been faced these such kind of problems where they have been wanted to be abolish this particular type of the caste system in the society. So already we know about this caste system about Om Prakash Valmiki and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In the previous class we have been discussed, but in this regard still we do have like here Jyotiba Phule and Satyashodak Samant. Already we know about him in the women social reformers, Savitribai Phule's husband. Then